Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you haven't already, please make sure to subscribe and help me get to my goal of 100 subscribers. That's really hard to say, 100 subscribers before Christmas. Please help me out, friends. So for those of you who don't know, I lived in Korea as an exchange student for a whole year, and then I also spent another 8 months there on a working holiday visa after I graduated. So I spent quite a considerable amount of time in Korea, and while I was there, I experienced a lot of things, and my brain has gone blank. So today I thought I would sit down with you guys and tell you 10 of the things that I realized while living in Korea. Let's go before I have another brain fart. Let's go. Public transport in Korea, in Seoul, is amazing. I was shook, genuinely shook. I don't think I've been anywhere else with such a good public transport system. I was amazed by how clean it is. It's bright, it feels safe, it's fast, it's pretty reliable as well. I mean, I came from London and I hate the tube so much. I really, really hate the tube. You know, like it just feels like scary down there, and like it smells weird. And did you know that if you spend enough time on the tube, which isn't a lot of time, like 20 minutes even, you should check your nose, because if you blow your nose, I guarantee it'll be black with all the pollution. Like that's how gross it is down there. But the Korean subway was amazing, and I love the buses too. Buses are wonderful. It's just such a brilliant, effective system. So you guys, when you go to Korea, you will experience a beautiful thing. It's amazing. Simply amazing. Koreans tend to consume an incredible amount of alcohol, but they have a really low tolerance for alcohol. And the reason for this, I believe, is because Koreans, when they drink, they tend to eat anju, or like snacks or food alongside their drinking. Whereas, in the West or in the UK, typically we just kind of go full steam ahead and we kind of go crazy. So if you take the snacks or food away from Koreans when they're drinking, it's like, nah, like someone's gonna be sick. You could just tell someone's gonna be sick. If you're drinking with Koreans without snacks, someone will be sick. I can guarantee. So I think there is a misconception that some people have because of Korean dramas or because of K-pop, and that is that all Korean guys are somehow magically amazingly good looking, and this is just not the case. But there are so many good looking Korean guys, like so many good looking Korean guys. I have been just walking down the street and wow, so good looking, like tall, handsome, good looking. They usually either have a girlfriend or they just will never ever look at me. So it hasn't turned out that well for me personally, but I'm sure you will have better luck. But wow, some really good looking guys I've seen. Wow. When it comes to texting, especially if you've just like met someone or exchanged numbers with someone, then the rule is that you have to text for 3 days consistently, because that shows that you're interested in someone. But I didn't know this for quite a while, and to me it just seemed a little obsessive and kind of stalkerish. But then I found out that actually it would have calmed down after 3 days, and it turned out they were just really interested, and yeah. But hopefully now so you can go forth and snatch up a cute boyfriend or girlfriend. Good luck. Koreans, especially Korean girls, I would say, are amazing at taking selfies, and they have absolutely no shame when doing it, which I think is so admirable, and I wish I was on that level. Like, it's just really 대단하다. Like, I'm so impressed by it. even if I wanted to take a selfie, like, I'd have to like build up the courage and like or even just taking a photo, ask my friends to take a photo of me, and I'd have to like kind of like scan the room, like scan the street, like, is anyone, how many people are here, like, oh my god, they're gonna see me. Most Koreans that I've seen and met have amazing skin. Of course, there are some people that don't have good skin, and that's totally fine. Like, that's fine. I mean, I have terrible skin. But I think because of that, because of having terrible skin, I'm more like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. When people do have good skin, like real jealousy. But I really did notice, and I think that, Koreans just really take care of their skin so well. And they place such a high emphasis on it, which again, you can argue whether that's a good or a bad thing, but it does mean that they have really good skin and they do lots of treatments. And I one time went to Balnavagi with a friend because she was getting a procedure done. I'll like link it or put a picture of it here because it was kind of terrifying but amazing. And I was flipping through the catalog, and they had these really cool skin treatments, but they weren't expensive. It wasn't like break the bank or anything, and they were just, to rejuvenate your skin or plump it up or a little bit. And I was really tempted, like really, really tempted, but I was so poor, so poor. Like, yeah, the treatments were amazingly cheap for what they were, like 20 quid for an injection or like a treatment that would just make you look beautiful. But I couldn't afford. Anyway, I'm getting into how poor I was, but amazing skin. Like, so jealous. One day when I'm rich, I'll go back to Korea and just, you won't even recognize me. You'll be like, who is she? For now, I can only dream. My time in Korea, especially as a student, was amazing. Truly, simply one of the best years of my life. But naturally, there were times when I was stressed because, student and just life. Life. But I would say that that year of my life, I was the least stressed I've ever been. And I know that I owe it to karaoke. Karaoke is a wonderful miracle cure for stress. At least in my case it is. And I'm pretty sure I went every Friday or Saturday. It really helped me get rid of stress, screaming into the microphone, dancing around, just letting loose, and I just felt so free. I really wish we had karaoke in the more Asian sense here, because in the UK, I'm pretty sure that if you think of karaoke, you think of like a pub or a big room and a stage, and you get up in front of people and sing one song or two songs, and that just seems more stressful to me. I mean, getting up in front of a bunch of strangers, see, I'm getting really like head up about it, and no, that's stressful. But 노래방, you just go into a little room with a friend or two, or by yourself. I had a friend who went like every week by herself, and she had like no stress. She was amazing. But yeah, I think that it's important. We all need to find ways to get rid of our stress or to manage it, and I think that karaoke is one of the best ways. The Wi-Fi in Korea is amazing. Not only is it super fast, but it's available pretty much everywhere. And to prove this to you, the 8 months that I spent there on my working holiday visa, I didn't have any data on my phone. Like, I was really lazy and poor. But the point is, I survived for 8 months without any data. Because you can just go to a cafe or even in the street, IP time. IP time is so big. Or what else is there? Like the Ole one or the KT. Like, there's just so much Wi-Fi available, An abundance of Wi-Fi. Genuinely, Korean Wi-Fi is just fantastic. Fast and available pretty much everywhere. I miss it. 안녕하세요. 아이스 아메리카노 나왔습니다. 저 이거 안 시켰는데요?
네. 이거는 서비스입니다. 맛있게 드세요.
In Korea, there's a thing called service, and this literally translates to service. But what it means is kind of like the freebies you get with things or like little added extras. And it's such a wonderful concept. And now that I'm aware of what it is, I really wish we had it everywhere, and especially in the UK. That would just be wonderful. You know, I've experienced so much food actually, usually when it comes to hobbies. So much cake, free cake. One time I got free tiramisu. Amazing. I'm really hungry. So earlier I said that Korean public transport is amazing, right? And it genuinely truly is. However, especially on public transport, I've experienced a lot of stuff like this. The harmonies and ajumonis are a force to be reckoned with that I do not want to reckon with. They're, wow, do not get in the way of them. They will elbow you, shove you, glare you. Moral of the story, don't mess with harmonies or ajumonis. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. All joking aside, my times in Korea have been really wonderful. I've met some truly great people. I've had great experiences. I've been to great places, and I'm not just talking about restaurants and cafes. I do other things, I promise. I think that Korea is a country that has so much to offer, and I've been truly blessed as a foreigner to have experienced such warmth and kindness from the Korean people. I cannot recommend Korea enough. I know that right now it's a tough situation and it's not easy to travel, and please don't travel if you don't have to. But for future plans and future destinations, please keep Korea in mind. Let me know if you're planning to go to Korea sometime in the future. Where do you want to go in Korea? If you've lived in Korea before, let me know your experiences and what have you come across in Korea. Do you agree with the things that I said? Do you disagree with me? Please make sure to give this video a thumbs up because it makes me very, very happy. And like I said at the beginning of the video, please also make sure to subscribe because, you know, just 100 subscribers would be just a dream come true, you know. Please also make sure to check out my other series, Soul Foods, where we together, you and I, adventure into the wonderful world that is Korean food and try cooking some of the Korean idols' favorite foods. It's gonna go well, right? I mean, it could only go well. I forgot to mention the most exciting part. For that series, you get to choose what we cook each week with a poll or commenting below the video, so it's all up to you. I'm counting on you. Guys, please take care, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!